We welcome Donna Dunlop to the program. She used to be a dancer. Is your latest CD, but you have, this is what, your third, is it not?
Yes, the one before it is Blue Highway. That
Yeah.
came out in 1992, and the previous one, self-titled, came out before Blue Highway sometime. I can't remember the exact year.
So this has just been out not quite a year then. She used to be
It was
a dancer.
released, the beginning of '95. Yeah.
I've read a lot of reviews about you, Donna, and people don't seem to be able to peg you. I mean, they try. You know, you're not old country, you're not new country, and I've heard you called folk. How do you describe yourself?
Actually, I like the way you described me at the intro. Singer-songwriter.
Singer-songwriter.
I mean, I've had to describe myself as something because people always say, sure, you're a singer-songwriter, but what do you do?
Yeah, what do you really do for a living?
Yeah.
This first song you're going to do for us, the Jamaica 1839, tell me the background. What prompted you to write this?
This song was inspired by a novel. Wide Sargasso Sea is the title.
Oh, yeah.
You know that?
I remember it, yeah,
Yeah.
a while back. Yes, but
Beautiful.
yes, yes.
Beautiful,
yes.
imaginative, and passionately written, intelligently written by Jean Reese. So I read that several times,
Mm-hmm.
and the song emerged.
What out of the Sargasso Sea did you pick out? What for the song? What was there a specific scene or?
Oh, it was the emotional geography, and of course the physical geography as well. You know, rather lush Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
You know, at that time, more than 150 years ago, 1839.
1839. Here she is, Donna Dunlop, from her album. She used to be a dancer. The Jamaica 1839.
Hard to be black, hard to be white. In 1839 in Jamaica, Jamaica, Jamaica tonight. I saw the bird everyone fears the most as he flew from his post into his own death through an open window. And I will always love you, she said. And I will always want you in this bed. Burning mansion, strange brotherhood, in the wild and tangled wood. I would leave you if I could for life. And I will always love you, he said. And I will always want you in this bed. Sometimes it's truth, sometimes it's lies. Everybody here got fire in their eyes in Jamaica, 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 1839. In the distance on the sea, far from where I wanna be, there's a ship that waits for you and me. And I will always love you, she said. And I will always want you in this bed.
Reading about your background, Donna, you have had an interesting life. You ran away from home at 16, quit school, grade 10, off you went. What happened?
What happened before or after?
Okay, what happened after that?
Well, quite a lot. Actually, it wasn't as dramatic as that. I left home in a rather civilized way. I had said that I planned to do that.
Oh,
When I was 16, I left the day after my 16th birthday.
and what happened? What did the parents, how did they react?
Well, they accepted it. I'd been raised to be independent. I think, deep down there were repercussions, but
Yeah, but, and is it really true that you learned how to play a guitar the next year off the side of a shoebox?
yes, that's true.
No,
Yeah.
how did that work?
Well, I had a friend who was a good guitar player and also a good friend, who had the guitar and had the shoebox,
Mm-hmm.
So
What
put them together.
what relationship to the shoebox did the guitar have? Did he
Well, I wasn't playing the shoebox.
Oh no,
Bob.
I figured that out,
I was thinking of it,
Oh,
but
is it that he wrote the chords on the side?
yeah, he just
Oh.
wrote. You wrote 3 chords. You can play any song in the world with 3 chords.
Well, what are those
And this
chords?
song- Well, I can't remember. I know the shapes of them. C, D, and G.
Well, C, D, and G. So
Sure.
that's it. For you budding guitar players, C, D,
Yeah.
and G, and you can sing any
Yeah.
song in the world.
You've got a future.
Yeah, then you went back to school. Did you go back to high school and finish off, or did you go directly to the University of Toronto?
No, I had to, in order to get into the University of Toronto, I had to take a couple of, grade 13 subjects, history and English, and I took a pre-university course and did first year at Trent University in Peterborough and then transferred and finished up my master's degree in English at U of T.
Wow, that's a big jump from grade 10 to a master's degree in
It might
industry.
seem, I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No, it's okay. Interrupt. I do it all the time. I have a fellow, as a matter of fact, who call her now. You see, who calls me every week, says I interrupt people all the time. Go ahead. As
Kindred
you're explaining, yes, as you were explaining. I don't-
Well, as I was trying to say, what was I saying? Well, it is a sad story because the reason I was financially able to go to university was that my parents both died,
Oh,
and that was about 5 years after I left home, and they died a month apart. And,
oh boy, oh boy. So that you have really, you're not, I shouldn't say just a singer-songwriter, but you are a writer. You write
Yeah.
poetry. You have a novel that you're looking for a publisher for. You're a published and award-winning poet too. What's the difference between writing a poem and writing a song?
Well, the facile answer, of course, is the music.
Yeah. Oh, gosh,
But-
yes.
But I'm not sure. I think
It's a difference in attack?
Yeah, it's a difference in approach. There's more of a difference between writing a novel than writing a song.
I would
Much
say
more.
so, yeah. Now, what about this one? She used to be a dancer. This is the name of your latest album. Tell me about that.
Well, she used to be a dancer. The phrase appeals to me. It's one you hear all the time. She used to be a dancer. So there's that aspect and that element. It is a song that contains its own story.
Ah, that's our interest. Here is a song that contains its own story from her album, She Used to Be a Dancer. She Used to Be a Dancer, Donna Dunlop.
Thanks, Bob.
She used to be a dancer now and then. She always had some kind of answer for every question in the wind. And we would see her sometimes by herself or with a friend. Maybe a little red wine and a story without an end. But the city's cold, just as they say. Still there are places you can play the Queen of Hearts and the Jack of Spades, and you can win again and again. The croupier's voice is harsh and able,